New tonight at 11, food insecurity is still a major concern in school districts across the country, including right here in Western New York.
Sure is. And for the past 2 years, schools have received federal aid to make sure that our kids are getting nutrients that they need free of charge. Joining us side's Liz Lewin has more tonight on how a new extension will help schools keep kids fed throughout the summertime. Right, Liz?
All right, well, Scott and Mary Alice, I've heard from several districts about how these instrumental meal waivers have really been helping kids. Kids are eating more, and as a result, of course, they are performing better in school. With President Biden signing off on an extension, schools are hopeful that this trend continues, as well as easing families' financial pressure.
Food insecurity is often well disguised.
The pandemic continues to have an impact on society. With inflation hitting record highs and the cost of groceries skyrocketing, more families are struggling to put food on the table. The U.S. Department of Agriculture estimates in 2020, 6.1 million kids lived in food insecure households.
There's an awful lot of economic insecurity and uncertainty associated with what's happening in the world right now.
It's one of the major reasons why President Joe Biden and Congress authorized the USDA to issue school waivers, one of which made school breakfasts and lunches free to all students, regardless of their family's income. Just last week, an extension was passed and signed. Now, under this new law, additional funding and flexibility is offered to schools, daycares, nonprofits, and other meal providers. However, not free meals for all. Hamburg Superintendent Mike Cornell says he supports the new law and hopes it carries through the upcoming school year.
What this program really is an enormously powerful investment in making sure that 1 million of our school-age kids are healthier and better cared for. From a federal spending perspective, it makes a lot of sense. We know exactly who's getting the benefit of the program. We know exactly why we're doing it. We know how much it costs, and it's consistent with society's values.
Let's take a look at some of the benefits of this bill. 1, it helps fund meal delivery grab-and-go options for kids during the summer. 2, schools will receive more reimbursement for meals, an additional 40 cents for each lunch and 15 cents for each breakfast served. Also, participants in the Child and Adult Care Food Program will get an additional 10 cents per meal or snack.
I did a survey of school districts across Western New York in the springtime to ask them, generally speaking, what was the impact on the number of lunches and breakfasts they were serving pre-COVID, when there wasn't the Universal Waiver Program, and once the Universal Waiver Program was in place. And across the region, those numbers were up 40 to 75%.
So what does this mean? Cornell says it means more kids are mentally healthier and more available to learn.
As of right now, the extension on school meal waivers runs through the end of summer, which means there is a possibility that families may be back to paying for school meals come fall. Of course, we'll just have to wait and see on that. I will note that the Department of Agriculture says 90% of school district food programs, depend on these waivers to offer free meals to kids. In the Information Center, Liz Lewin, Channel 2 News.
You got it, Liz. Thank you. And the